Lab at DevNexus 2024. And in this meta episode of Build Propulsion Lab, we're going to speak about Build Propulsion Lab in another conference. Sitting on this conference, Build Propulsion Lab, it's all like meta, it's all connected, it's all awesome. And yeah, Richard is with me here, organizer of also one of the most important Java conferences in Europe and in the world in general, the JCon. It's coming up real soon in Köln, in Germany. When? May?
In the 13th of May.
Yes. 13th of May. Yeah. So it's like what, in a month? Exactly
it's in a month. Yes.
Yeah. So this is also a community conference.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
It's also organized by JUG or JUG Justin team.
Yes, it's organized by the Oberpfalz JUG, where I live. It's in Bavaria, but we didn't find like a good enough location in Bavaria to do it, so we moved to Cologne, and we found a wonderful cinema. It's a great place to be in, and yeah, it's beautiful. It has a really good location, also next to the border of the Netherlands. So all of these people around there have a really short connection, and if you're traveling from like the US, for example, you can fly to Amsterdam or Frankfurt and take a really quick train ride to Cologne. And from the main train station, it's just one hop with S-Bahn, with public transportation, and then you're in Media Park, which is a really nice walkable location where there's no cars allowed. So you guys from the US, you can experience like the future, you know?
Oh, but yeah, the future, or like the alternative reality, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
No, this is really exciting, and the accessibility is really important. Especially, well, if you are in Europe, there is no reason not to come, right? It will be short and pleasurable commute from wherever you go, basically. That's the point.
That's the point.
This is pretty cool.
And also our tickets are free for JUG members. So if you are a member in a Java user group, you can come to the conference for free.
This is, and member means you just go to JUG meetups. It's not the organizers, not the speakers, it's just everybody.
So everybody that is in the Java community, yes.
This is so exciting. And we will be there doing exactly that, Build Propulsion Lab. And again, Richard, thank you so much for the opportunity to do that.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to interview interesting people, and it will be part of the expo. So yeah, I'm very excited. That will be my first JCon. I think I submitted a couple of times talks, but here we go. I have a talk.
It's about time.
Yeah, it's about time, and I'm very excited about that as well, that I'm going to speak there. So yeah, this is, how many years do you organize that?
For JCon, this will be the 9th edition. So
wow. Yeah.
Next year we're gonna have a party, but we will have a party this year also. But next year I think we will spend a lot more money for that.
Yeah, no, of course. It will be the 10th anniversary is a big deal. So 9 years. That's like a very established conference. And how big it is?
So we're aiming for 1,000 people. Not really sure if we, to be totally honest, if we can make that, because yeah, times are hard, but we try to make it free, so people can come if they have the time. So yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I also frankly think that, interestingly enough, the kind of events, the offline, the in-person events in Europe recovered much better than the in-person events in the US. I'm not sure why, like in terms of like post-COVID reality, but I think it should be just fine. People definitely will come.
Yes, and we tried to do something special this year. We added a new feature. Mm-hmm. So we added a feature where you can have one-to-one meetings with speakers, because we found that like after a session the speaker is finished, so there will be a line, and like 4, 5, 10 people will line up, and they will try to ask questions related to their day-to-day work, what the speaker was talking about. And sometimes there is not enough time, or they are afraid to ask like in a more or less public setting a question, or they can't ask a question about the project in a public setting, but they still want to get like the inside of a professional that is working on that topic. And so we made it available that you can book one-to-one meetings with the speakers. Of course, the speakers have to agree to the meeting. And so you get some like private time, a little bit organized, and also gives the speaker more bandwidth to talk, for example, to people that are using the technology they are working on. For example, you're working with Gradle, so So if there is somebody that needs to know more about Gradle in their specific workplace setting, that's a great opportunity to talk about that and maybe save 1 or 2 meetings and get all the value from the conference to your employer.
This is brilliant. I love this idea. Being a speaker, I hope someone will sign up. That would be my kind of. It's also like a great feeling and validation that the content that you deliver actually matters. Because it's a scale, right? On one side is like online. You sit, there is a screen in front of you, you have no idea if there is even someone on the other side.
Horrible.
And whoever is on the other side, are they really listening to you or are they checking their email? And then there is like obviously the in-person, much more relatable, and you can see the feedback, you can see the people noting and participating. But this is kind of even one more step beyond that. It's like people who really engaged with what you spoke about, they care deeply enough to kind of come and talk to you about this topic in depth. That's great. I'm sure that it's going to be beneficial both for the audience and the speakers. Love this idea.
Yes, that's what we're hoping, and let's try it out together and find out how it works.
Excellent. Okay, so what else do we need to know? We have the date, we have the location, we have the price, which is surprisingly might be nothing for a lot of you, so you should definitely come. There'll be great speakers, there will be great presenters, great expo, Build Propulsion Lab, one-on-one interviews. It really sounds like it's going to be an amazing conference.
There's, of course, one more thing,
There's always one more thing.
It's food. We have a different food situation than most of the conferences have, so we have the opportunity that we can collaborate with restaurants around and in the cinema. So we have, for example, a really good burger place in the cinema and also an Italian place, and then we have some other food options that you can go to. The beauty of it is you don't get like the regular conference food, which here at DevNexus is great, by the way, but of course there are other conferences where you might not want to go for the food.
The infamous DevOps sandwich?
I'm not naming names, so.
But it's a feature by now.
Okay, so it is, okay. So we try to make good food a feature, and if you're not from Germany, you can have delicious German food and try out like all the classics, Wurst, Schnitzel, everything.
You got me on authentic German food. I travel for food.
That's a good one.
No, absolutely. I'm stupidly excited about good food. So I'm looking forward to this part as well. And the Italian restaurant and obviously the German food is just exactly what I'm looking for on top of everything else.
Okay, I should have started with that, right?
You got me all excited about all kind of things. This is just amazing. Richard, thank you so much. I'm personally looking forward for this conference. You should look for this conference as well. And thank you very much. We are going to be back with more interviews in Build Propulsion Lab at DevNexus, but also in JCon. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.